In this episode, a mother and her daughter have a huge fight and an unexpected tragedy follows. The daughter won't borrow the car because she once smoked weed, but she brings up some old family stories about her brother instead. Their mother used to wrangle them like a pro. Once, her son persuaded his sister, but Angela yelled at him, and the car borrowing plan went up in smoke. The daughter storms off, as if she's signing up for a roadside marathon. I hope you can give me some space. And 7 months later, the argument turns out to be all too real. Angela suffered a tragic incident, and the police only found the killer's DNA, no other leads in sight. Other than that clue, the case faded with time. The old mom endured the toughest months imaginable, but she didn't plan to quit. One day, passing by, 3 billboards sparked her inspiration. She knew the cops were stumped, but she had to seek revenge for her daughter, so she decided to rent those billboards right across from the police station. She's been to the police station countless times. If no results, she'd handle it herself. The little boss warned her the ad spots weren't great, but Mildred was resolute and ready to rent for a year, paying the first month's rent up front. She researched ad laws and handed the content to a young guy who instantly recognized her as Angela's mom. Yep, I'm Angela's mom, and she was an amazing girl. But for my daughter, I'd wrestle with anyone on the planet. On Easter night, Officer Dixon was out patrolling. Suddenly, he saw the billboards under construction, which read, "What's going on? Sheriff Willoughby." That was the first one, and Dixon was utterly confused, wondering what was up with the sheriff. He then looked at the second billboard reading, "Still no arrest made." Dixon, who wasn't a fan of minorities to begin with, rudely asked what this was all about. The young guy didn't take his nonsense, pointing at the third billboard instead. Dixon kicked it in frustration, when suddenly it all clicked for him and let me go. Dixon hurriedly called the sheriff, but his wife wouldn't let him pick up. She was worried he'd take off before even finishing dinner. The next day, the ad agency finished its work. Complete ad read, raped and murdered. Still no arrest made. What's up, Sheriff Willoughby? Mildred was very satisfied and awaited the ad's impact. The sheriff and his crew went straight across to the ad company, where the little boss knew just what was going on. He was in the clear. No matter the questions thrown his way, the sheriff found himself at a complete loss. The sheriff and his men returned to the station, but Dixon's temper was still smoking. He couldn't stand the tarnished reputation, so he burst through the doors, heading straight for the ad company. "What are you doing?" "Looking for someone." "You think I'm just going to walk into your doors?" "I thought you were just some black guy." Just then, the sheriff grabbed Dixon. Meanwhile, the media found Mildred. This was explosive news. She was leveraging ads and media to stir the pot, forcing the police station under serious pressure. The sheriff was furious and went to confront Mildred, but his attitude was quite different than Dixon's. He understood the deep pain this mother was feeling and kept it cool. He explained to Mildred that the DNA they found just didn't match any records from cases nationwide. At the time of the incident, there wasn't a single eyewitness. The police had done all they could do. The sheriff felt powerless about all this. He thought those ads were just plain unfair. So the sheriff brought up another thing, telling the cops to look into it again. "Sorry, I'm really at a loss here. The whole town already knows about it. Could you possibly add any more evidence?" Mildred was correct. If something happened to the sheriff, those billboards would lose their punch. All she wanted was justice for her daughter. The town split into factions, a few supporting Mildred, while the majority backed the sheriff. Willoughby was highly respected in town. That night, Mildred returned home, and the pastor came knocking. This was about the billboards. They didn't just affect the sheriff, but also Mildred's son. He was bullied at school. The pastor noted that everyone supported Mildred regarding Angela's case, but nobody agreed with Mildred and the billboard issue, and she couldn't finish her point. After hurling insults at the pastor, she ended the discussion with, "You better return my stuff." Willoughby's doctor informed him that everyone would support him. I need to hear that again. This is a disaster. I can't waste my life on nonsense like this.